In the heart of the galaxy, the Galactic Council presided over a vast expanse of interconnected worlds, each governed by its own peculiar blend of politics, culture, and technology. The Council was a monumental assembly of representatives from various alien races, each species contributing its own voice to the galactic symphony of diplomacy and conflict. From the stoic, multi-limbed Larnax to the fluid, shape-shifting Vorth, every member had its own perspective on the universe's intricate balance. Among these races, humans occupied a peculiar position. Their emergence as a significant force had been marked by a surprising blend of adaptability, innovation, and sheer tenacity. But despite their growing influence, a curious rule had been established: humans were considered off-limits for assassination. This policy was not due to any inherent trait of humans but was a result of complex political maneuvers and old grudges. The decision to protect humans from the reach of assassins had become a deeply ingrained aspect of galactic politics, shrouded in mystery and fueled by a variety of motives. The Galactic Council's decree that humans were untouchable had intrigued and perplexed many. While some races respected the policy, others viewed it as a challenge or an opportunity. The notion of an inviolable species created an air of mystique around humanity, transforming them into both a symbol of respect and a target for those who sought to exploit their protected status. Amidst this backdrop of galactic intrigue, a figure of formidable reputation prepared for a mission of high stakes. Known throughout the galaxy as the Shadow Wraith, this alien assassin had built a legacy of eliminating targets with unparalleled efficiency and stealth. With an enigmatic background and a record of successes that spanned across various systems, the Shadow Wraith was a name that evoked both fear and awe. Their reputation was solidified by a series of high-profile kills that had earned them a reputation as an invincible force. The current mission was unlike any other. The Shadow Wraith had been contracted by a clandestine client to eliminate a high-profile human target on a remote planet. This target was no ordinary human. They were a key diplomat whose influence could shift the balance of power within the Galactic Council. The diplomat's death was to send shockwaves through the Council, creating a vacuum that various factions hoped to exploit. In preparation, the Shadow Wraith meticulously planned the operation. The assassination was to be executed during a diplomatic event, a grand assembly that would gather the most influential figures in the galaxy. The Wraith's approach was strategic, involving a series of calculated steps to ensure the target's elimination without leaving any trace. Advanced technology and stealth tactics were employed, including cloaking devices and precision weaponry, to bypass security and deliver a fatal blow. As the mission drew closer, the Shadow Wraith began to notice subtle inconsistencies in the orders received from their employers. There were discrepancies in the information provided about the target's security and movements. Reports seemed unusually vague, and certain protocols appeared to be unusually rigid. The Wraith's instincts, honed by years of experience, began to sense that something was amiss. These inconsistencies, though minor, planted seeds of doubt. The Shadow Wraith's keen senses and analytical mind detected a faint undercurrent of manipulation. The usual meticulous details and straightforward instructions were replaced by a web of obfuscation and evasiveness. Such deviations from the norm raised questions about the true nature of the mission and the intentions of those who had contracted the Wraith. The Shadow Wraith approached the human target's location with the precision and grace that had become their trademark. The target, a high-profile diplomat, was attending a grand diplomatic assembly on the remote planet. The event was teeming with security, and every detail of the Wraith's plan had been meticulously crafted to ensure success. Navigating through the crowded venue, the Wraith moved with an almost imperceptible presence. Their cloaking device rendered them nearly invisible, allowing them to slip through layers of security with ease. Each step was calculated, each movement designed to minimize detection. The Wraith's keen eyes scanned the surroundings, analyzing every shift in security and every subtle movement of the guests. Tension mounted as the diplomat's location came into view, surrounded by a web of security measures and high-tech defenses. In a moment of high stakes, the Wraith's approach became a delicate dance of timing and precision. The diplomat's security detail was more sophisticated than anticipated, with advanced scanners and guards on high alert. The Wraith's skill was on full display as they deftly bypassed barriers and neutralized obstacles. The high-stakes nature of the mission intensified with each step closer to the target, creating a palpable sense of suspense. As the Wraith closed in on the diplomat, unexpected obstacles began to surface. The security system, initially thought to be a straightforward challenge, was far more complex. New layers of protection, such as enhanced energy shields and unexpected patrols, appeared at every turn. Additionally, the diplomat's entourage included unanticipated allies, skilled operatives who seemed to anticipate the Wraith's every move. These unforeseen factors introduced a new level of difficulty to the mission, creating a frustrating and complex situation for the assassin. The Wraith's frustration grew as each attempt to bypass security was met with new and increasingly sophisticated defenses. The complexity of the mission seemed to be escalating with every obstacle encountered. The Wraith's initial confidence began to waver, and doubts started to creep in about the true nature of the mission. The heightened security and unexpected allies suggested a deeper layer of manipulation that the Wraith had not anticipated. Amidst the growing tension, the Wraith stumbled upon critical information that shattered their understanding of the mission. Through intercepted communications and encrypted data, it became evident that the myth of humans being off-limits to assassins was not merely a legend but a carefully constructed narrative. This revelation came from an unexpected source, a former ally of the Wraith, now an informant, who had been secretly monitoring the situation. The informant, disillusioned by the galactic power plays, revealed that the entire policy of protecting humans from assassination was a fabrication designed to control and manipulate the galaxy's power dynamics. This information exposed a shocking truth: the humans, once believed to be shielded by a grand edict, were actually central to a web of deception. The Wraith was now caught in a deeper conspiracy, with the realization that their mission was part of a larger and more sinister plan. As the pieces of the puzzle fell into place, the Wraith began to perceive the imminent danger of betrayal. Subtle signs of manipulation became clear as the informant's revelations indicated that the Wraith had been lured into a carefully laid trap. The inconsistencies in the mission's details, the heightened security, and the unforeseen allies were all part of a scheme designed to entrap and eliminate the assassin. The realization of the betrayal was a chilling turn of events, signaling that the Wraith was not only a target but also a pawn in a grander, more dangerous game. The Shadow Wraith was ensnared in a trap with chilling precision. What began as a mission shrouded in secrecy and manipulation now culminated in a stark and ruthless betrayal. The Wraith's capture unfolded with cold efficiency. As the Wraith approached the diplomat, ostensibly to complete the assassination, the surroundings shifted suddenly. Hidden forces, once thought to be mere security measures, revealed themselves as enforcers from a secretive organization. These enforcers were armed with advanced technology designed specifically to neutralize the Wraith's formidable skills. The betrayal was executed with a disturbing level of coordination. The Wraith's every move was anticipated, and their attempts to counter the attack were futile. The enforcers' attack was precise, exploiting every known weakness of the Wraith's equipment and tactics. In a matter of moments, the Wraith was subdued and captured, bound by technology that nullified their once impenetrable defenses. The realization that their supposed allies had orchestrated this trap left the Wraith with a profound sense of betrayal and anger. As the Wraith was confined in a high-tech prison, the extent of the manipulation became clear. The secretive organization behind the trap had crafted an elaborate scheme to frame humanity for a galactic crime. The plan was to use the Wraith's capture as leverage to falsely accuse humanity of orchestrating a heinous act. The organization's strategy involved planting evidence and fabricating scenarios to implicate humans in a crime that would incite widespread condemnation and conflict. The organization had already set the stage for this deception by planting incriminating evidence in key locations, making it appear as though humanity had orchestrated a plot to destabilize the galaxy. The Wraith's capture and subsequent forced confession, obtained under duress, were designed to serve as the final pieces of this elaborate ruse. The objective was clear: by framing humanity, the organization sought to manipulate the galactic power dynamics to their advantage, creating chaos that would benefit their hidden agenda. Faced with the grim reality of being used as a scapegoat, the Wraith grappled with intense internal conflict. The realization of having been a pawn in a grander scheme led to a profound sense of betrayal. The Wraith was forced to confront the moral implications of their situation. They were now an unwilling participant in a plot that would have devastating consequences for humanity. Torn between personal survival and the moral imperative to reveal the truth, the Wraith faced a difficult decision about how to act in the face of imminent danger. The situation escalated rapidly as the organization's enforcers tightened their control. The Wraith, despite being imprisoned, saw an opportunity to resist. The prison's high-tech security systems were formidable, but the Wraith's training and resourcefulness allowed them to exploit a critical vulnerability. As tensions mounted, the Wraith orchestrated a daring escape attempt, pitting their skills against the enforcers who sought to keep them confined. The ensuing conflict was intense, marked by a fierce struggle to break free and expose the truth before it was too late. In the final confrontation, the Shadow Wraith faced the architects of the betrayal in a dramatic clash. Having escaped from their confinement, the Wraith launched a direct assault on the secretive organization's headquarters. The organization's leaders, confident in their manipulation, were taken by surprise. The Wraith, using their skills and knowledge of the organization's operations, dismantled their defenses and exposed their deceit. Through a combination of combat prowess and strategic maneuvering, the Wraith revealed the evidence of the fabricated myth and the plan to frame humanity for a galactic crime. This expose was broadcasted to the Galactic Council, forcing the organization into the open and shattering their carefully constructed illusion. The Galactic Council's reaction to the revelation was swift and seismic. The Council members, initially skeptical of the Wraith's claims, were presented with undeniable proof of the organization's manipulation and the truth behind the off-limits status of humans. The exposure of the conspiracy led to immediate condemnation of the organization and reassessment of humanity's role in galactic politics. Human representatives seized the moment to redefine their position, presenting themselves as victims of a grand deception rather than the instigators of any galactic unrest. This shift in perception allowed humanity to regain influence and initiate new diplomatic efforts, solidifying their standing in the galaxy. The Shadow Wraith's arc concluded with a poignant resolution. After exposing the truth and dismantling the organization, the Wraith faced the consequences of their actions and the moral weight of their past deeds. Their efforts to reveal the truth had not only cleared humanity's name, but also brought a measure of redemption for themselves. Although the Wraith's future remained uncertain, they were acknowledged as a crucial player in dismantling a dangerous conspiracy. Their final moments were marked by a sense of justice served, despite the personal cost of their betrayal and involvement in the plot. In the epilogue, the broader implications of the events were reflected upon. The Galactic Council was now more cautious, aware of the underlying manipulations that could disrupt the balance of power. The secretive organization's downfall served as a stark reminder of the fragility of political alliances and the lengths to which factions might go to control narratives. As the galaxy adjusted to the new reality, the shadow of the organization's influence lingered, hinting at ongoing challenges. The Wraith's actions had set a precedent, but the vigilance of all parties remained crucial to prevent future deceptions. The galaxy moved forward, wary of the unseen forces that could once again attempt to manipulate the balance of power.